coming off just an excellent performance last week, nearly 200 yards. It's the Browns and the 49ers on Thursday night.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Santa Clara. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. As we get a peek at the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. An early task, 2 plays in, this is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down, avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. It may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Back to Taylor on first down. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Taylor going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. Pirine is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Chris Nagar now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. That time, a 9-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run from Samaje Perine. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. That's caught over the middle by Fant. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down. Fields. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And the confidence from last week carrying over to this week.
2 weeks in a row, and I have to admit, last week, I thought they were going to really struggle running the football. I thought that they had a real challenge on their hands, and they more than met it and created big-time openings that he just absolutely hurdled through. And they figured, why not? Let's carry it forward this week. Again, the same thing. All the blocking schemes are there. I think they've really done a great job. That B-gap between the guard and the tackle has been there all game for them, and they continue to exploit it.
He's just going downhill.
Not only downhill, but with incredible force.
And he is going to have a Browns first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 56 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now a give to Taylor. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good, and it's now 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
From the 17, Fields. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Fields. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Browns on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. And some room to work. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as good as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Play action. It's Trubisky.
A throw over the middle, caught by Bryant. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
88 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here's Pirine. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Again, here's Pirine. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Touchdown!
Justin Jefferson
With touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Nagar now for the point after.
And it is now 21-0. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Browns. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. A beautiful. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jonathan Taylor, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0 Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them. So I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And it is 28-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
To throw again on second down. Fields finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Fields. That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. From the 38, Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Fields on first down. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Here's Fields.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 2nd and 12, Fields. Catch is made by Metcalf.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Fields.
Robinson's got it.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Fields throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. In the early window, lots of good matchups to choose from. We'll highlight the game in Detroit, a big one for the Lions, as they'll take on the always tough Green Bay Packers. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the LA Rams. And then lastly, the nation gets a good one on Sunday night between the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And you can see they've had tremendous success running the football. Close to 200 yards total, with the 3rd and 4th quarters still to come. Meanwhile, for the Niners, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Taking in at the 3.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Going right back to Fant. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Fields.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third down. Newman.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. He will push his way down to about the 14. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the counter. It's Newman. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Now it's Fields.
He finds his man, complete. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Trubisky. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
They were backed up behind the sticks, but he still found a way to make that first down happen. That's the kind of thing every coach hopes his franchise quarterback has in him. Look a tough situation like that in the eye and come up with a solution on the spot.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
148 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now it's Trubisky. Got a man here, it's Bryant. Touchdown, Browns.
Harrison Bryant, 29 yards. And the Browns have taken a 5-touchdown lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And that makes this 35-0 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
13 yards remaining on second down. Fields now to throw. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for San Francisco.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Trubisky to throw.
Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
The partner still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Taylor.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Throwing here, Trubisky.
He completes this to Cole Turner.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first down, Trubisky. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's out of bounds inside the 30.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now this throw caught left side. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Browns have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
An extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And it is 42-0. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Taken at about the 1. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They'll try the left side. Newman. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Number 24 of the ball carrier.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. The Niners on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7.
Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line.
To throw is Fields.
Throw to the right here to Gordon.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Fields.
That's caught over the middle by Fant. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line.
Again, Fields.
Incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
That's another 49er.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Newman. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Koo able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns set and ready to go on offense.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
172 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now a carry for Pirine. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Now Trubisky.
To Jefferson on the slant. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Running left, Taylor.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They run once more with Taylor.
Dancing away at the 30. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 23. 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. It's caught by Davis.
And he is going to have a Browns first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for 1 more first down to help salt this one away. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll go to Pirine trying to pound it in, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Nagar now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Samaje Perine. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And the Browns getting set to go.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Browns, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.